Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you my 10-minute running out the door glowy summer skin. So first we're going to take Silk, the Pore and Wrinkle Minimizer. I'm going to take about a half pump on my fingertips and just press that into my skin anywhere where I do have enlarged pores. And this is just going to give us a nice smooth base. Next I'm going to grab our Color Correcting Tinted Moisturizer and I'm going to take a full pump right on my palette here. I love this. It's a very sheer light coverage, cancels out any redness that you might have. It's great for summertime, very lightweight. Next I'm going to grab the star of the show, which is our Pearlizer. This is going to give us that glowy lit from within look. I'm going to take a half pump right next to our tinted moisturizer. And because that tinted moisturizer does have a sheer coverage and I'm basically cutting that with the Pearlizer, I'm actually going to take our translucid powder in the color Natural. I'm going to take just a little bit on my palette knife here, not a whole lot. I'm going to put that right next to the Pearlizer and tinted moisturizer and mix them all together. And what this is going to do, it's going to thicken everything up and replace that coverage that we lost with the Pearlizer. Once that is all mixed up, I'm going to go ahead and start dabbing that on my face, concentrating more in the center of my face where I tend to have more redness or uneven pigmentation. Once that is done, I am taking a damp Real Techniques beauty sponge and using that to blend it all in. I'm using dabbing or tapping motions and making sure to get all around my hairline everywhere to get a nice even base. So now I'm going to take Candlelight ShadowSense and I'm going to use that as a color corrector underneath my eyes. The peachy tone of this is going to cancel out any of those blue shadows that I have from, having 3 children. I'm going to tap that in with my finger once again, no swiping motions, and I'm going to make sure this is just on the areas where I have that darkness, nowhere else. I don't need that anywhere else. And while that is drying, I'm going to take Garnet ShadowSense to fill in my brows. I use a really firm angled liner brush. This one is by Anastasia. And so that gives me way more control. This product is really pigmented and it can go real crazy real fast. So a nice firm brush with very minimal product is going to give you more control. And I like a very natural look. I just like to refine my shape a little bit, so nothing too bold or too harsh. After that ShadowSense has set underneath our eyes, I'm going to take our white concealer with whatever is left over from the tinted moisturizer earlier. 2 drops, mix it all together and use that as my concealer underneath my eyes. I'm going to apply it in an inverted triangle and that's just going to give us some brightness and a more awake look to our eyes. And just using that same sponge with the pointy side and just tapping that in. And then with whatever is left on the sponge, I'm going to go ahead and go over my eyelids to kind of get rid of any redness or capillaries that I might have on there, or that I do have. I'm going to be using BlushSense in the color Terra. I'm going to take just 1 drop on my fingertips. And I'm also going to be using, what is this one called? Pouty Pink BlushSense. 1 drop as well. Right on my fingertips with 1 drop of Pearlizer. Mix those all together and go ahead and apply to the apples of my cheeks using my finger right there. And then taking a very dense flat top brush, I'm going to blend that onto my cheeks back into my hairline. And I'm going to be using dabbing motions, not swiping motions. I don't want to take off any of that tinted moisturizer underneath. To give it a more natural look, I'm going to press that in using that same Real Techniques sponge that we use with our tinted moisturizer. Once that is done, we are going back in with our Pearlizer. We're going to highlight with this today. So I'm going to take it down my cheekbones and using another dense flat top brush, I'm going to be tapping that in once again. I don't want to lose any coverage underneath there. Take it down the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, and then right above my eyebrows, anywhere where the light would naturally hit your face. And this is just going to give us that extra glow that looks just amazing for summertime. I'm also going to be taking that on the inner corner of my eyes and underneath my brow bone. And once again, this is going to bring a more bright and awake look to our eyes. I'm going to curl my lashes real quick, and then I'm going to grab my LashSense with UnderSense. When I apply my UnderSense, I like to go ahead and blink into it, if that makes sense. Instead of pulling it through my lashes, I will go ahead and place that at the base of my lashes and blink into it. I feel this gives a very separated, fluffy look. And then before that dries, I do not let it dry first, I will go in with my LashSense. And the same technique, this gives a more separated, fluffy look versus a clumpy or like spider-like look. That's my tip. That's my tip for you guys. And to finish up, we are going to apply our LipSense. I just took some witch hazel on a cotton pad to clean off any makeup or natural oils off my lips and let those dry. We're going to go ahead and use the color Luv It today, which I think looks really great with that mix of blush that we did. I'm going to be applying it in 3 thin layers, making sure to let each layer dry for a few seconds, and be sure not to touch my lips together before we have set it with the gloss. And last, I'm taking my gloss in the shade Rose to seal off that LipSense. And this is the finished look. It's super quick and easy, looks great, gives a nice healthy glow to your skin. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.